Hi, welcome to RKversity online classes. In this lecture, I am going to explain you the concept of financial leverage. In my previous lecture, I explained you the concept of operating leverage and how to calculate and interpret the operating leverage. Now we focus on financial leverage. The financial leverage measures the sensitivity between earnings before interest and tax and earnings before tax of an organization. In the sense, it measures the relationship between operating income and earnings before tax. So taxes are not considered while calculating the financial leverage. Now why the financial leverage is important mean companies to expand their operations, they invest in new projects, and for investing in new projects they may invest their own money or a borrowed money. So if a company issue a debt or a borrow money, then there is a fixed obligation, that is interest amount is to be paid on the borrowed funds. Now when there is a fixed obligation of a paying interest, this will impact the financial risk of an organization. If the company would able to make a profits, then it is easy for the company to repay the debt. If the company not able to make sufficient sales, then this fixed cost, that is the interest amount, will become a burden to the organization. Now how risky is this is measured with the help of financial leverage. Now I'll show you how to calculate the financial leverage and interpret the result. The formula to calculate degree of financial leverage equals to percentage change in EPS upon percentage change in EBIT, or alternatively you can calculate degree of financial leverage as EBIT upon EBT. Now to get a percentage change in EPS is you need to have two different EPS values, and to get a EBIT percentage change is again you need to have two different values. If you have only one value, then we can use this equation, that is EBIT upon EBT. So here is an example. Calculate the degree of financial leverage with the following data. Sales 1 lakh units at rupees 5 per unit. So your sales will be number of units sold, that is 1 lakh, times selling price per unit 5. So this equals to 5 lakhs. Then variable cost, this is 1 lakh units times 3.5. So this equals to 3,50,000, and your fixed cost which remains constant and which is rupees 50,000. So your EBIT, this equals to sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost. So this equals to 5 lakhs minus 3,50,000 minus 50,000. So this equals to 1 lakh. And then your EBT, that is earnings before tax, this equals to EBIT minus interest. So your interest charge is 10,000 and your EBIT is 1 lakh. So 1 lakh minus 10,000. So this equals to 90,000 is the EBT. Now we'll substitute this in our second equation. So EBIT is 1 lakh. Then EBT is 90,000. So this equals to 1.11. So 1.11 is your degree of financial leverage. Now what is this 1.11 of degree of financial leverage? Indicate that if there is an increase or decrease in EBIT by 1%, let us say put it in a round figure, so 1%, then EPS will change by 1%. So a 1% change, that is 1% increase or decrease in EBIT, will affect 1% increase or decrease in EPS. In another way, the degree of financial leverage of 1 indicates low finance risk. So this company has got a very low finance risk. Now we'll look into another example. So here T-Time has a sales of 3 lakhs, variable cost of 1,50,000, and fixed cost of rupees 60,000. It has a debt of 5 lakhs at 12% interest per annum. What is the financial leverage of the firm? Next is, if sales drops to 2,50,000, what will be the new EBIT and DFL? So we'll calculate the first one, that is your EBIT. This equals to sales, that is 3 lakhs, minus variable cost 1,50,000, minus fixed cost 60,000. So this is 90,000. And your EBT, this equals to EBIT minus interest. So your interest is, the debt amount is 5 lakhs on that 12%. So 5 lakhs into 12 by 100. So this equals to 60,000. This is interest. Then EBT is 90,000 minus 60,000. So which is 30,000. And then the degree of financial leverage, this equals to EBIT by EBT, that is 90,000 upon 30,000. So this equals to 3. So this has a moderate risk. Now what this indicates is the same, that is, if there is 1% change in EBIT, there will be 3% change in EPS. So that is a 3 times. If your EBIT increases by 1%, then EPS will increase by 3%. Now here in a second example, if sales drop to 2,50,000, then your new EBIT is, EBIT equals to 2,50,000 is the sales, and in this 50% is the variable cost. Why 50% is, see here your sales are 3 lakhs and variable cost is 1,50,000, that is 50%. So we'll consider the same 50% here, that is 1,25,000, minus your fixed cost which remains constant, that is 60,000. So this equals to 2,50,000 minus 1,25,000 minus 60,000. So 65,000 is the EBIT. And then EBT, this equals to EBIT minus interest. So your EBIT is 65,000 and interest is 60,000. Now similar to fixed operating cost, fixed finance cost, that is your interest component, will not change according to your sales. Whether you make a higher sale or you make a lesser sale, the interest amount that you have to pay will be fixed. So this is a fixed. Now your EBT is 5,000 and the degree of financial leverage, this equals to EBIT, which is 65,000, upon EBT, that is 5,000. So this is 65,000 upon 5,000, 13. So the degree of financial leverage is 13. Now we can say that this is very high risk. That means if there is change in 1% change in EBIT, that will affect 13% change in EPS. So if it is a positive side, it gives you a 13% return. If a negative side, it is going to be impact very badly, that is 13% of your EPS will drop. Now just if you observe here, in a previous case, that is in a first example, your degree of financial leverage is 3 because your sales are high and your interest amount that you paid is recovered phenomenally. But whereas in another case, if your sales drops by 50,000, your degree of financial leverage increased by 10 times. So this is the impact of financial leverage. So this is how you need to calculate the degree of financial leverage and interpret the results. The idea is that if degree of financial leverage is high, then the firm has a high risk. In the sense, if it is able to make a good profit sales, then it will make a good profits. If the sales decreases, then the interest burden, that is a fixed cost, is going to affect the company adversely. Thank you. Thank you for watching the lecture.